Hello, how are you? I welcome you all to my YouTube channel as well as the video series on innovative descriptive statistics. I'm Guru Shah, and right now in this fresh new year we have jumped into level 3, and the title of the level is Descriptive Statistics based on qualitative data. Okay, and this is level 3 section 1 video A, and the topic of the video is what is frequency distribution table. First, why we want to study about frequency distribution table? As descriptive statistics is a way of summarizing data through tables, charts and summary measures. We will first focus on tables. Under tables we have only frequency distribution table. Rather than directly working it out, first let me tell you what is frequency distribution table, what are the various frequencies that occupy the spaces in the frequency distribution table. Please have a look. This is how the frequency distribution table looks, okay? And there are 4 main frequencies. First one is absolute frequency, second is relative frequency, third is cumulative, and fourth is a relative cumulative frequency. Okay, we will discuss it. And first, initially, what is frequency distribution table? Frequency distribution table is a table that shows the frequency of the observations. That's it. Okay, it's used to represent the frequency. Frequency in sense how many times or how often a variable or observation occurred in data set. It's as good as that. So let's have a look at the other frequencies in the frequency distribution table. And the first one is absolute frequency. Absolute frequency is just the frequency, okay? Or the values in the absolute frequency tell us how often or how many times a variable or a data set, a data point occurred in a data set. Okay, it simply count the occurrences of the observation. Imagine you're going to a departmental store, and in the chocolate section you're just grabbing or just pulling out all the chocolates that you like and you're putting it in a basket. And once you come home, you're segregating those and you're counting how many of them are Kit Kat, how many of them belong to Dairy Milk, how many of them are 5-star, like that. Every Kit Kat, every 5-star, every Dairy Milk is a data point or an observation, and chocolate is a variable. Okay, and after counting you found out that there are 25 Kit Kat, 52 5-star and 75 Dairy Milk. Okay, so all these 25, 52 and 75 are the frequencies. Can you understand? From the total data point, you're first of all segregating what are the data points are unique. 5-star, Kit Kat and Dairy Milk are the unique values. And for those values, how many times that values are occurred, that's the main concept in frequency distribution table. And in the absolute frequency, we just count how many times Kit Kat occurred, how many times 5-star was present, how many times Dairy Milk was there. It's as good as that. And the next one, relative frequency. Relative frequency is nothing but the percentage that is related to the absolute frequency. Let me come to the same example. In order to find out how many percentage of Kit Kat is present, how many percentage of Dairy Milk is present, how many percentage of 5-star is present, we will calculate relative frequency. After calculating, relative frequency will be in proportion, like 0.44, 0.45, like that, or else we can compute it as percentage as well. Okay, if it is in proportion, the total of the relative frequency column will be 1. But if it is in percentage, the total of the relative frequency column will be 100. That's it. Okay. Now, what the relative frequency tells us is, it tells us the 25% of the chocolates are Kit Kat, 60% of the chocolates are Dairy Milk. Like that, it helps to tell the percentage of absolute frequency. I hope you understood. Now, coming to the cumulative frequency. It's actually the running total of the frequency column. It's a sum of all previous frequencies up to the current point. Okay, it sums up in this running total, it sums up all the frequencies, all the previous frequencies up to the current point, and the last value in the cumulative frequency will be equal to the total of the absolute frequency. That's the beauty. Because it sums up everything, but it sums up all the previous frequencies one by one, not entirely. This cumulative frequency is extremely helpful when we want to find out, or when we want to determine the frequency up to a certain value, or up to a certain standard value, or up to a certain threshold. The cumulative frequency is extremely helpful. Let me tell you for this example itself. And let's just think that I have to take 77 chocolates to my school in order to distribute in my class. Imagine. So, in order to do that, should I count 77 chocolates? 1, 2, 3, 4? Should I do it? No. Actually, this is not going to happen in practical life. It's just an example. But when we take silly examples, when we study the basic concepts, we will never forget things. That's my point of view, and that's why I'm insisting this chocolate example. Okay. So I want to take 77 chocolates. Should I count? No. With the help of cumulative frequency, we can find out. Let's add. First I have Kit Kat. I have 25 Kit Kats. So 25. Then next I have 52 5 stars. So 52. 25 plus 52 is 77. Okay. Then Dairy Milk. 75 Dairy Milk. 72 plus 75 Dairy Milk, something. Then like that. So if I want to take 77 chocolates, I can just pick up all the Kit Kats, and I can just pick up all the 5 stars to my school easily. I hope you understood. And while working out, we can look at professional examples as well. Okay, don't worry about it. And that's all. It's a sum of all frequencies, all the previous frequencies up to the current point, and it's a total of all frequencies so far in the frequency distribution table. It's a running total. That's it. Okay. Cumulative frequency is the running total of absolute frequency. Okay. And the next one is relative cumulative frequency. The relative cumulative frequency is the running total of relative frequency. That's it. The same concept of cumulative frequency will be applicable for relative cumulative frequency also. But the only thing is, the cumulative frequency is the running total of absolute frequency, and relative cumulative frequency is the running total of relative frequency.